Well, guess we have a disconnect this game, but we'll just have to be down a player, I guess. I don't know. Babies, maybe? Been a while for a baby game. Don't really like losing early, though. Especially lately, since we've been on kind of a lose streak the last couple of days. But we could do this for now. Maybe we could play Fairy. I don't mind the PP generation. Let's grab you, and you. Okay. And there's an early Pikachu. Could grab that. Let's do it. I'm sure we can find another Pichu if we want to do babies. We do get the baby. Okay, let's get Magnet. Are we in Psychic region? No, we're in Bug though. Sell both of you. Yeah. Okay, another maggot. And of course we don't get the babies. Grab this. I would have liked to get the charcoal, but I wasn't sure if anyone was gonna grab it or not. Let's... Raise my babies. Of course I go... Okay, we can do it this way. Of course I can't find the Pichu after. That's fine. We'll do it this way. I'll grab a spoon. Do this, I guess. I like confusion. We'll hold this. Just in case we win the round. Did I not get it on in time? I guess not. Looks like we're gonna win this time. Fine. Guess we lose our 30% chance. Okay, we can do this for now. Okay, we'll see if we can get an egg. Maybe we'll pivot to something else. If not, we can do fairies. Especially if we grab a Jigglypuff. Do I want you? Don't think so. We have 2 more matches that we can lose. Then we can make a decision around Gyarados. See what unique we get as well. Yeah, this guy's doing babies as well. Hopefully his Litwick's a little bit more powerful than our team. Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, maybe we're just going fairies then. We're not getting our lose streak. Item-wise, what do we want here? Probably the spoon. Let's grab you now. Put you in. And hold the ditto. Someone put in the lobster. Maybe throw in sound, especially since we got this early Jigglypuff. I would have loved to get the Sand Baby then, because it's also fairy. It would have worked out really well. Well, there's 2 Sand Babies, but yeah, the fairy water one would have been amazing. Let's do a little rolling. Do Togepi. Okay, we could do this. This allows us to do this kind of stuff. We'll hold you for now. Might use a Ditto on this if we don't get it back in region, just so that we can have an evoed frontline fairy that's decent. More magnets. We could do fairy normal stuff. That could be pretty cool. That's what we would want if we could get it. Or that, I guess. We'll take the fairy normal portal. Hopefully we can get the mouse. But we did hit a bug region, so there's a chance. Would love the mice here. Okay, we don't get that, but we do get Comfy, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, we can do that. Comfy, stick you here. Do we still have in region? No, we don't. I think we'll do this. We got a Togepi. Okay. Probably want to do this on something. We don't have any additional fairies in at the moment. Do have Cutie Fly in though. You're a fairy. Sure. And a frontliner at it. Don't think we're running you. Good Shell Bell and put that on the Pikachu. We put in the Rock Dragon, which partners decently well with this, being rock and fossil as well. Be cool if someone put in the Fairy Dragon. Nope. I'll get a fairy or a floral rock as well. Maybe sneak in enough floral. Possibly. I don't mind Bonsly. I don't know what we're doing with all this stuff though. I don't think so. Pokédoll. Probably. Especially if we have a Melee frontline. Yeah, we'll do that. If we have frontline items, I might as well grab Pokédoll. Since we're also doing rock stuff. Okay. We could do this and this and get the extra double luck. The only problem is I'm not sure. And then I could do like punching glove too. Or if we got really lucky, we get another spoon. That could be cool. Okay, this guy's doing some gourmet normal. Pikachu's probably getting it replaced for something else. Hopefully we can find a legendary melee that is a fairy. Okay. I'll hold you. If we get the 6 or stick you in. Was I fighting a team that had drills on it, I guess? Yeah, he has Dunsparce. They've lost to Rum, who's not in the game anymore. Interesting. Last person that I lost to, just before Gyarados. Okay. Comfy pick has been paying off decently well. Good. Especially with these carry items on a frontliner is pretty good, pretty good. We're gonna have to find a better... Maybe we'll do tank transition. We could do that. That's a pretty good pickup. We'll hold that. Next level we get our Fairy 6 in. So Fancy's definitely going to come in at some point. We could Ralts, though it's incredibly squishy in the back usually. Unless you can crowd around it so that things can't get on it. Which we could maybe do. Yeah, we could get the spoon and do the mega attack speed thing. We just have an unused charcoal. So yeah, we'll grab the spoon. Rock comes in now. We can do Surround Wand. Stick you here now. Stick this on you. Okay. We're just gonna keep pushing. Okay, so this will be you. This will be you. This will be you. Ooh, this guy got his solo Galo real early. This will be a loss, probably. Okay. Close. I think he has higher DPS than I do, though. Very close. Yeah, just slightly better DPS than we do. Okay. It's a fun game. I like it. I mean, all games are frustrating if if you get to a certain level of it. When you start playing against higher level players and such, it can get kind of frustrating where you're expecting a win and you're not getting it. I'm a bit more chill about it. I'm not too focused on the competitive aspect that a loss is that big of a deal to me. But yeah, it's fun. Free little browser game that you can play, Pokemon themed. I quite enjoy playing it. Okay, this guy, I think we're starting to fall a little bit behind on power, especially because we don't have our items on something yet. Definitely need to grab up a backliner that I can stick these on. Which will probably be the Ralts. That one guy had our Ralts. Yeah, it's a browser game. It's free to play. I can link the game in chat here. Free to play, little browser game. Oh, we got the dojo ticket too. What are we doing with this charcoal? Let's grab this. Yeah, I'm in rank right now. We're in the middle rank, which is the 1050 to 1199 rank lobby. Okay, we want to keep pushing. I will grab you because you are back. Actually, let's grab you. Stick these on you for now, just so that we have some items on somebody. Dojo ticket. I'm wondering if I should stick that on whoever we're gonna put these items on. But we could. It really depends, because it really depends what legendary you get. This can go on our legendary, or this can go on our legendary. Looks like we're probably gonna lose this one, especially since this Palafin's still alive. And yeah, we just evolved it. Bad targeting. Okay. You're a fairy. We can stick that on you temporarily. Slightly better for our synergy at the moment. I think we'll just wait till after we get our legendary to see what we're going to do here. Because it will really just come down to if we get a frontliner. I'll probably put this on whatever gets the other item set. Because we're going to want our legendary immediately. I can't afford to golden ticket a legendary. If we were a little bit more healthy, I could maybe do it. But every single time I've done it, I'm like one round short of getting our legendary back before I lose. So unless I was not nearly full HP, I don't think I could do that. But we'll golden ticket either a Ralts or a Tika Tank, depending on if we get a backline or a front line. It would almost even be good on a Blissey, but the odds of us finding a Blissey in the next couple of rounds is pretty low, with only the 1% ultra chance. I played this a really long time ago, when it first came out. The game was very basic, it didn't have as many typings. They've added a bunch of like their own unique types like Light, Gourmet, Fossil. I think Baby was in the original one, but Amorphous is a more newer thing. Monster wasn't around when I first started playing. And then I just came back to playing it about a year ago, I believe. I have a couple, when I started doing some streaming, just a couple matches when I was trying out a bunch of different games. And then when I started taking my channel a little bit more serious in October, I've been streaming this pretty much full-time every day. Okay, I'll take this double fairy portal. So last October is when I started playing the game pretty heavily. When did it release? I think 2 years ago. This one was this is the earliest patch they have documented, June 11th, 2023. Okay, we can Zacian, or we could backline Xerneas, which I kind of like a little bit more. It gives us the Floral 3. Yeah. Yeah, oh, and we get the... Yeah, we can move this around, too. I like this. Backline Xerneas. I might actually just stick this on it. We'll put this on something else. We have another loaded dice, too. Okay, we're gonna need Tinkatank. Just stick this dojo ticket on. Okay. We'll be really close to Fairy 8 as well. I'm gonna have to drop this Pikachu though, so we're gonna have to pick up something else as well. Are we in Fairy region? No, we are not. Okay. Could run you temporarily. Even though this brings us down a Fairy at the moment. Let's do a little rolling. Your Fairy we're gonna need. Stick these on you for now. Okay. Don't think this is gonna be able to beat the Solo Galo. Solo Galo's pretty strong. Oh, jeez. Okay. We should be able to turn around from here, though. We just need to find our one little fellow. Probably get something tanky for our rock, just to help us deviate some of the damage output. We got Picnic set, I might use that. It's not that. Most of the information that you need for the game can be found here. You can look for all the... If you just spend some time fooling around in this, looking at some of the data. The wiki will give you like all the breakdown of all the different things you need to know. Team Planner you can use to like look at specific units and understand the typings and stuff. So the game's pretty okay, this is definitely what we're looking for. This goes on here. Okay, hopefully I have enough time to pivot this into a winning position. So it's a steep learning curve, but it sounds like you already have some auto chess experience, so you might be able to pick this up quite quickly. I'm assuming that some of the typings are familiar with some of the other auto chess games. I haven't played a lot of other auto chesses. I played the original Dota 2 one a little bit, and I was getting a little overwhelmed because I never played Dota itself. So it was very hard for me to like understand because I didn't really know what the units were and what they did. Plus, I think the game was still in Korea at the time, or Korean at the time, so it was very hard for me to get a good grasp on what it was I was doing. So I put it down. I was like, okay, I'll play an auto chess when a franchise does it that I am more knowledgeable with. And then I found this one. I was like, oh, I actually quite enjoy playing this one. I have a lot of Pokemon knowledge, so at least I understand the names of the Pokemon, and they kind of function similarly to what you would expect from like Wartortle's a backliner, yada yada yada. Yeah. Oh, please don't knock us out here. This guy has a pretty strong field team. Okay, we're still in it. I need another copy of Tinka Tank so we can pivot these items off the Shinx. We also need the Chansey if we can get it. We get birds at least for a round, so it's a PvE round, so we don't have to worry about losing here. We're gonna make it in top 5, but we don't want to be in top 5, we want to be in top 4. But at least we probably won't lose much elo, even if we get knocked out here. Okay. Patience, patience, patience. We do need to get the fairy in. This is going to take a while to come back, so we definitely need to find Tinka Tank. We're not going to roll on this round because you have a slightly higher chance of finding wild Pokemon on PvE rounds. We don't want any of the wild Pokemon, so we won't do that. We could put this on either one of these 2 items on our tank here. Maybe this to stop the lockdown. This would give more HP, but I don't really need the physical aspect of it. Can I ditto you and would it work? I'm not sure. Let's see if we can find the Tinka Tank normally. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that's good enough. Tinka Tank's still alive. Don't think we're gonna get through this. As hard as Xerneas is able to pull this off now, the lockdown is just gonna be too good. We got eliminated at the same time as this guy too. Oh well. Almost. We just came out with a little bit more HP in the late game. Oh well. Take a little elo drop. That's fine. Take a first place for our first game of the match of the night. And right back into a next lobby. Great. A lot of strong players though. I play with this guy and this guy quite a lot. This guy's pretty good. Player 1's pretty decent too. Okay, what we got? We got Fire Start. I don't really like playing Fire though. Normal and Wild here. I'll take Dragon since it's open. Dragon's usually a pretty safe strategy to go. Yeah. Well, I'm still learning the game myself. I'm enjoying it. The meta has shifted quite a bit because they've made some alterations. They just changed the fighting synergy last patch. Yeah. I mean, if you already have previous knowledge with auto chess games, it should be pretty easy to pick up. I had to pick it up from nowhere, and I was losing a lot originally, but how do you, like, get rid of them? You drag them here if you want to sell them. Is that the idea? You talk about selling them like this. You can also sell by using the hotkeys in here. You can hover over something and hit E. Let's see here. Nevermelt, probably. hold the Charmander. Gonna need another dragon. We do have Bagon because we're in the dragon region. Yeah, you can just hover over and hit E to sell as well. Hotkeys are all in this option menu right here. Yeah, we'll grab another heart scale then. Yeah, we have Goomy as a third dragon for now. Stick that in. Corner our guys off. Do we want to... We could itemize our Charizard for now. Or Charmeleon. Yeah. Especially with how fast-paced the game is. It's usually one of the first questions I get asked by a lot of people when they join my stream is like, hey, can I ask a question? How do I delete Pokemon off of the shop? I remember it was a question I had, and I had to watch a streamer originally to figure it out myself, and I was just watching their videos hoping someone would bring it up in their chat. When I was watching their videos. And we're not doing great. But we're also not itemized yet. Okay, charcoal works. Okay, let's do flame orb safety goggles for Charmeleon. Sell this. You can get a water type in for the water synergy so we can start fishing up Magikarps. Don't know what we're gonna do with this. Yeah, it's super fun. I think that it has enough unique stuff that set it apart from other auto chesses, because it has some unique mechanics, I believe. I don't recall seeing stuff like the fishing mechanic with water, the digging mechanic with ground. And they update the game every month too, and they change things around. They fix anything that's a little too powerful. They'll start trying to tone things around. Ice was doing really well last patch, so they nerfed Ice a little bit. And then they've changed the fighting synergy and the fairy synergy last patch as well. So fairy is completely brand new, and fighting just has a new bonus when you hit 8 fighting. You get punching bag on the side here that you can train a Pokemon in the first slot. Health and attack power, which is pretty cool. I've messed around with it a little bit. I think it makes fighting definitely much more competitive, because they nerfed fighting a couple patches earlier too, because fighting was really good for a while. And then I think they brought down some of the stats on the good fighting units that made, or they may have nerfed the bonus slightly, but it brought fighting into a place where it just wasn't where it was before. But now I think having this new Fighting 8 synergy is pretty cool. Yeah, the punching bag is pretty cool. I like it. I don't know. I've had some good fighting games. It's very hard because you can train like a Pokemon you're gonna evolve on the bench, so that the stats get moved into the one on the field, which is pretty cool. But then you're mostly relying on your rares doing most of your heavy lifting in fighting, because you have the highest chance of finding rare Pokemon throughout the entirety of the match. So I have pretty sure I released the video where I did a whole breakdown talking about it, because there was a guy in my chat discussing it with me when the synergy first came out. And Bagon's what we're wanting to see. Let's grab... We could get a revive for this item set. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the Charmeleon line in though. This skin is a little bit better than the Goomy. Let's do a little rolling here. This actually is now better. I could Trapinch, because it does turn into a dragon when you evolve it. Okay, this guy's going the lobster play. I hate when people put the lobster in. Okay, we're strong enough at the moment. Grab Charmander. Okay, we fish up that, which is good. What do we do here? We're gonna want to get back in a dragon region, obviously. Should be able to beat this Gyarados. We have 2 evolved Pokemon, 1 itemized. Yeah. They changed them around. I remember a long time ago, Bulbasaur used to be, I think, a common at one point, but they move them wherever they need them, and they changed their typing sometime. Like the cat used to be field, now it's floral, because they needed another floral unit because they changed floral at one point and had to change its synergies around. And sometimes they do that to nerf strategies too, because certain things become too powerful. Lotad used to be grass water, and now it's grass aquatic. They kind of split water types between water and aquatic so that you can't stack too much of good types. Like Quaxley in the normal Pokemon game is water, but they made him aquatic in this game, just to kind of diversify some of the types, because there's so many water types in Pokemon that if everything was a water type, there'd be way too many water types. Okay, we got Hydrapple for our dragon, which is a bit awkward, because now I have to get a Gourmet in. Do this for now. I almost forgot to put the cooking hat on you. Okay, we're gonna need 2 apples. We're gonna miss fishing for a couple rounds too because of this. Yeah. Let's see here. What are we doing? More tank stuff. Yeah, you stick items together and they turn into other items. Probably the seed. Don't really like putting the Houndour in though. Now I'll get the magnet. Bonito's a little less offensive. I'll do this so we can stick water back in. We're gonna want the Hydrapple, I believe. Especially since it's a decent backliner. Problem is I don't really have backline items for it. I can get Dragon 5 in too now because we don't need the Gourmet in anymore. You know what? Maybe I get the loaded dice for our Hydrapple. It's not a bad item on it. No additional dragons, so we're just playing with the basic ones. Okay, we don't need gourmet strategy anymore. We can stick you in now. Still a little weak because until this evolves, we're a little bit behind. I'm gonna put this on you because this is gonna go on the final version of you. We might just make a shiny charm for somebody. At least we have Dragon 5 synergy in now. Don't think we're gonna be running Charizard unless we get really lucky. And this water team with a water Cragnole is with the water stone is pretty strong. He might be going for water Amorphous too. He gets lucky and gets the Shellos. Does he have the other water aquatic in? No. But he could get the Wishy-Washy if he gets really lucky. Okay, this, you're now a backliner, and we can evolve you one more time with the last apple into the final Hydrapple. I think we still want to roll on this tier because we still have a chance of getting our dragons. We could run the Dark Dragon as well. Okay. Still not powerful enough. This guy's going partial dragons too from the looks of it. But he's going monster. He's got Mawile. Am I still in Dragon region? Yes, I am. This is probably a better unit at the moment. We got shiny. We got our Hydrapple now. Do we want to keep Goomy? I don't think so. Ditto's cool. Probably want you. I'll sell you then. We don't fish on this round. Okay. Eviolite. Absorb Bulb. Or Dynamax Band. I think I like Dynamax Band. Let's stick that here for now. Okay, let's do this. We could pivot these around for now. We'll probably not do this. We can stick these items on you. I should have wanted to put the revive on you instead. That's fine. The revive on you. Ooh, Dragonair. Okay, we're abandoning this now, I think, and we're just gonna work on leveling so we can get Dragonair in. Free up some room on the back line. So we can finish this Gyarados off. And we're wanting to get 7 as quick as we can anyways. So we can get Dragon 7 active. This is one of the better shiny items you can get. Slash egg items. Okay, we can hold you. We'll work on leveling so we can get this in to free up another slot. I might have to sell these so that we can get the Magikarps in, but I can always put one in the field over Piplup, even though it's a very weak unit, just to get our water bonus and to free up one more slot on the bench. So Piplup's kind of just here to be an additional little bit of HP and hit our water bonus. You got the Golden Bow, which allows for... Oh, they put shield on it. Interesting. Allows for an additional unit to be on the board. This guy is going Amorphous too, so that's a pretty good item for him, all things considering. I need to get some more powerful items for our Hydravel. Loaded Dice isn't bad as a one item, but getting some crit items for it would be good. I could get Gourmet active if I pick this up. I don't think I want to. I think we want to grab Black Glasses. And we'll make a Scope Lens. Need to hold this. We can enter Dratini in this round. And then hopefully we can find a Reaper Cloth to finish off items for this. Maybe get the Evo on you if we get lucky. But I think we're going to end up dropping you, so I might not want to do that. Just so we can put the Magikarp in. Make room on the back. We could just keep hard pushing too. I would love to finish off the Salamence though, but maybe we just won't run Salamence. We'll stick these items on the Ice Dragon. Instead, that could be a thing. Either that or we could stick this on our Legendary if we get a good front line. Okay. We're able to beat this guy. Okay, we fish up another Magikarp. I'm gonna have to toss you now. Keep holding you. Any crit item will make this guy better, but we definitely would like Reaper Cloth. Just to make it so that our ability has a chance of critting. But I could do with either of the other two crit items. Well, any of the two DPS crit items. The one made with Magnet and the one made with Charcoal would be perfectly fine. This guy's going Pure Fire, and he's got a rare candy on a U. Fire used to be one of the strongest synergies, but the game is kind of power crept up that Fire just can't really compete, especially with the problem with Fire being that it doesn't have a lot of strong frontliners at the moment. But maybe in a couple patches they'll give them a couple new frontliners to play with. Taking Slugma out of the... Oh, maybe they wouldn't do that because it's not a Tier 3 Evo unit. But giving another good frontline Fire would definitely change things around. But for all we know, they could move the Chimchar line out of regional and not make it a common unit anymore, and then Fire would be a lot better. Okay. Don't really like that item set, but just have to play with it. Only one Dragon Portal. Hopefully we don't get it robbed from us. It doesn't look like anyone's going for it. This could give us a flying unit or... Yeah, Fire used to be really good. It just doesn't play. Okay, we got Rayquaza. Unfortunately, we don't have room. Let's drop you. Am I still in Dragon Region? Yes, I am. Okay, you're coming in. But for whom? guess Dratini, and then this has to go here. And then we can heavy duty boots you for now. And I'll stick this on you. So we just have an extra. And then we can get Dragon 7. By doing this, we'll be down in income, but that's fine. This guy's got the Arceus. Oh, this is the Ice Water player. He's in first place. We're playing as Ghost. Okay. I'd be much more comfortable if we could beat this Arceus. Okay, it's down. Stop the freeze, please. Okay, yeah, I knew this guy was going to be a bit tough. Alright. We're in an awkward position. We can pick you up. Stick this here. Was it Mewtwo the one knocking me around? I think so. This guy has a crazy monster team. Oh, he's got the golden bow. That's why he has so many units in. Okay, what do we got here? None of the crit stuff. Guess I'll just grab this then. For Hydrapple, I think. So we have some extra physical damage. Because it is focused mainly on auto attacks. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of you then. Hey, hopefully this can hold us off one more round from dying. If we get really lucky, we could lose if it's just like one unit left on the board, maybe. We'll be if we fish up the Magikarp next round, then we'll be in a good standing because we'll get our Gyarados in. Have a much more powerful unit on board, as well as getting a 3-star dragon, which helps with the dragon synergy, which is all about having evolved units. Doesn't look like we're gonna win this one. We get knocked out. We do not. Please fish up the Magikarp. Either that or I'm gonna have to roll for a Ditto. Which I don't like doing, but please fish the Magikarp up. Okay, we're rolling for a Ditto then. And we're not getting lucky on the Ditto. Hopefully we can survive this round. This is a strong ammo team. Got a backline Deoxys too. Problem is your legendary is not beefed enough in comparison to others, and our Hydrapple's not doing enough heavy lifting. That's unfortunate. Oh, you got one of the bred Tauros? I barely ever see them. I'd like to play some of the other ones. I don't think I've played the water one. I played with the field one. I think is that the fire one? I can't remember. No, there's a field one, fire one, and a water one. I haven't played with these two yet. I've got the combat bred Tauros with field, though. That one was pretty cool. Are all their stats the same? Yeah. I guess they would be pretty good in fighting, actually. The water fighting and fire fighting are both pretty good, especially fire fighting, because getting fire 4, you get the fire scaling, which is pretty good. As much as I said that fire is kind of weak, you can still go partial fire. You just fire 8 isn't as strong as it once was. But you can get fire 4, and then you get the attack power scaling on auto attacks from the fire 4 bonus, which is pretty good. If you can splash that into fighting, it's actually pretty strong. And water fighting's decent because there's Oshawott line is in water fighting, and the Poliwrath line is in water fighting, so it's pretty easy to get the water 3 bonus active. And then there's the Kubfu can turn into a water fighting type that's a unique. And I don't think there's a water legendary fighting, if I can recall, is there? But Kubfu is on the tier of the Urshifu. If you can get the water scroll, it's as powerful as a legendary. But yeah, water fighting's a decent overlap, especially since most of the time you'll end up with a Poliwhirl on your team in fighting as a backline fighting, which is pretty good because most of the fighting units are all frontline units. Is there one other water fighting that I'm not thinking of? Hmm. But with the combat Tauros, you wouldn't be able to get the Urshifu line. But you'd be able to get the armor break cast off quite a bit, which would be pretty cool. And it also destroys protect. Not that that comes up as much anymore, because Shiny Charm isn't as much of the meta as it used to be. A lot of people used to run Shiny Charm on frontline bruiser types, but Shiny Charm used to be made out of different items. Currently, it's made out of water and heart scale. It used to be made out of water and charcoal, I believe, and it was a little bit more powerful. But they changed that like 4 or 5 patches ago, if I recall. Lost to a Pinza and T-Benzi. What does that mean? I need some elaboration. You got a Machamp? Machamp's not bad. Definitely decent in fighting, especially if you get the human synergy active. Human 4. Pretty easy to hit in fighting. If you get really lucky, you can get human 6, but You have to have some additionals in and hit your unique human fighting type. As well as splash in one of the other ones that aren't a fighting, but you can do that. What do we got to start? We got Dragon again. We got Fire, which I don't really like playing. But Dragon Portal in front of us. He took it. We could go ammo. Maybe. I do like playing Amorphous. We got 2 Amorphous units. If we're gonna go Amorphous, we're gonna want durability. No, yeah, we'll do durability. We'll grab the Caterpie. Stick you guys in the front for now. Okay, so we got the Tynamo, so we could hit the early 3 Amorphous synergy. We don't have the Shellicin region, but that doesn't matter because we're not going to get high enough to be able to see those units. Seed. Put you in for now. Buffarian region, so we could technically go babies. I'll hold the Jigglypuff for now. Grab Swinub. We had a bench with mostly uncommons, which is very uncommon at this to hit that many. More heart skills? Sure. Okay, we're not finding what we're needing to find. I will drop these and we'll hold the Jigglypuff and the Caterpie going into the next round. Is it rare to lose the Sparrows? Used to be a little bit more common back in the day because units didn't have as much firepower. So in the meta, you can click here and it shows on the sidebar here, and you can see what are the most played teams that win the most often and what itemization stuff is the most common on the units that they have. Currently, the meta, I'm not entirely sure, is completely defined yet. In the previous meta, Rock was working with Lavatar with a specific item build. They've changed how these tabs work a little bit. They looked a little bit different before, but you can kind of look through the reports and see what they have there. But with the new synergies in, the game has kind of been a little bit unstable. Let's do this for now. Oops. We're probably going to lose this guy playing foreground already this early. I need my 3rd Amorphous, and I would need another Dragon. We don't have Bagon, so we don't have an easy Dragon to stick in for a synergy. Okay. I'm gonna get another Black Glasses, I think. We could get a stone to try to overlap our synergies, actually, maybe, if we're playing Amorphous. Do a little rolling. Ooh, we have coughing for our Amorphous. What else got added in? We got Weolu. Sheller. Okay. Need to put this here, and we got it off in time. Good. I don't like that it's targeting the Chespin, but we're gonna lose this one as well. He got the fighting off the bat, which is pretty nice. We don't have any Evos on the team yet. I could use another dragon. Okay, we got Wheezing. Decent. We can hit a Charmander here. Okay, we hit Goomy instead. There's our dragon. Let's do this, because we at least get some synergies active for our Morphous then. Stop us from losing as much. Should probably move Charmander away from Wheezing, because there's a chance the smoke screen screws us. But we're also going to cleanse our own smoke screen with having Aquatic, unfortunately, because it removes field effects when the wave goes off. And of course all of our units are sitting in the smog. Okay. No additional dragons put in. We got Coughing. It allows us to get Artificial in, which allows us to get an additional cool item, which is pretty cool. Okay, there's a Vanillix. And definitely run that over the Caterpie for now. A little bit easier to get Ice in as a synergy that over Bug as well. But we'll hold on to this because one of the tool items is the item that turns a Pokemon into a Bug type. Yeah, this guy's doing the dragon stuff. Okay, we got the stall at the moment, which is good. Okay, you are a dragon, and you're a pretty good one at that. So I could run you over. These items aren't bad on it anyways. Yeah. Yeah, takes a bit. From what I gather playing myself, getting your Pokemon itemized properly is where you're gonna, or like, the best way for a new player to start is to learn what uniques are good and what legendaries are good and what items are good on those uniques and legendaries. Because that's where you're going to get a lot of your wins, is just itemizing a unique and a legendary quite efficiently, because they're considered 3 stars as soon as you get them. So they're above the power level. Once you start getting better at the game, you can start learning how to 3-star one of these units and itemize it properly and using it as your carry, but you kind of have to understand what units are actually powerful enough to use as carries. Okay, we'll hold Umi, and we got you. Don't want to line up for Gyarados, because Gyarados hits things behind the target that it casts on, so let's space out our backliners over here. Wouldn't mind making a water stone. Could also make a fossil though. For you. What else we got here that we could play with in Amorphous? We got the Ghost Balloon, so we could get in Ghastly plus Driftbloom. Yeah, 4th isn't bad. That's where I try. I try to always aim for top 4 if I can. I've been on a bad losing streak lately, though. I haven't been able to adjust to this meta with the new patch that came out, adding in the new typings and changing a handful of small tweaks to everything. Some of the strategies I'm used to playing are just not as powerful as they once were. Okay, we could grab Mimikyu. We didn't end up getting... Are we in the region for Tynamo? We are. This could be worth picking up too. But we don't have tank items for it. But we also don't have the greatest items for Mimikyu either. And I've gotten some backline items. Actually, let's run the pin churn, I think. So I don't think we're doing the bug stuff. We can stick you in over wheezing for now. As much as I would like the wheezing in. Okay, we'll get 50 gold after this round at least. Yeah, we just don't have the power output from this unique at the moment. They're mostly bulky. You are an additional amorphous. Let's get... We want more tank stuff for the Pinchurn, or we could build this for the ice cream cone, I think. Probably the better play. We'll pick you up. Maybe we drop dragon, but I do like... Move this around and stick you in the corner, I think. Regigigas. I could do this because that'll allow us to get electric in without having to put an electric unit in. But what would we want to have the attack speed boost on? Maybe we put it on our Ghastly. Is there another dragon we're going to be sticking in? Probably. We could put something else in over the horsey. What are we doing with this seed? Just make a King's Rock for our Pinchurn, I guess. So we can put Wheezing back in now. Definitely going to want some Tynamo, I think. We could stick this here for now. This can go on... You don't have the highest HP. But we could stick this on you. You do get the bonus from Amorphous, so... It's decent. Who would we run as another dragon? Fighting one? We could run the ice one, maybe. Okay, we have a Scaling Oathworm. Not beat that. Is it worth dropping Dragon and going up to... No, not yet. We lose too many synergies that way. You can't play it on the phone. I've tried. They're not planning on adding any support for it either. Okay, this is good for our synergy overlap. They say that on their little FAQ fact. They just don't have it set up to do that, and they don't have any plans of doing that moving forward, because for a while I didn't have a computer, so I was looking to try to play it on my phone, but you can queue up, you just don't make it into a match when you do it. Unfortunately. It'd be cool to be able to play it mobily, but I imagine it would be pretty difficult to play on the go anyways. Okay, I think we should be powerful enough to beat this. Should check what our amorphous item is. Ghost, that's not bad. Kind of want to get our Dynamo evolved. Okay, it's not targeting our ice cream cone, but our ice cream cone has a pretty hard time dealing damage to that. Okay, what do we want as last items here? Probably another miracle seed item for you. And we can almost get you fully evolved from the looks of it. You're not staying. Alright. I'd like to get you evolved too. We're not finding you. Of course he has it. Why we're not finding it? He's able to burst us down. He's got a Starmie. Okay, I think I need to get rid of this Drift Bloom so that we can make our income here. Okay, I did want to find you. Okay. Bring this a little closer. I'll put this on you. No. Oh, I thought this was one of the dojo tickets. Never mind, it's a recycle ticket. And we were just getting blown up. I am not having a whole lot of luck in the last couple days with our matches. We've been playing some pretty strong teams. Okay, more ice cream cone. Want water so we can make healing item here. Gonna get the Evo on you, which is great. I need this, and then we can start pushing up. We're not finding it though, there we go. And a lot of it. We could use the Dittos to fully evolve this. I think I might do that right now just to ensure that we have some power on the team. Let's put you here and you here. Alright. Now we get the 7, we get ammo 5 in. We need a different dragon to replace you. And we should beat this, hopefully. He has a pretty strong team, though. Decent psychic team. I guess it's because he has the unknown and he has a little bit of his power gone. He got pretty lucky and grabbed this unit off the back. Okay. I'll start leveling after this round. Hopefully we can win this next round. Probably we'll move these items off of Vanillish. and just pick up another one at some points. Yeah, looks like we're gonna lose this one. Okay, we're gonna need a unique that can kind of pull us off. I would like to see Neolago here, I think. Or Mew could be good, maybe? No, I think Manphy could be good here, actually. Then we'd want to keep the Horsey, though. This is tough. Regilucky, maybe? That would give us electric. And then we'd be a little bit over on electric. We definitely don't want to see the frontline steel one. We just want one of the backliners if we can. Not a bad final item for Pinturn. Only one ammo portal and it's going away from us, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get ourselves a good carry legendary. I guess we're going with Mew then. Not the best items, but it'll do. We're just going to be focusing on pushing. We still have Tynamo in. We have the Shellos. But that one isn't as important. We don't have access to another Psychic. So we're not going to be able to get Psychic 3, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. We win this round. He's in the top 4. That's not bad. He's playing fighting with human overlap and fire. 1, 2, 3. Does he have a Firestone? I didn't check. I imagine he does if he's playing the 3 fire though. Probably has a fire Hitmonlee, if I would have guessed. We gotta get the ice cream cone. He will come back in. Probably stick in. We can stick in this dragon over the Dratini for now. So at least gets us flying active. Where our Horsey wasn't really doing as much for the team anyways. This has way more stats. Gets us another ammo synergy active. I can get this thing Deep Sea too. We can make a hybrid. I don't think we're surviving this round though. Yeah, unfortunate. I think Regilucky would have been better. We kind of had meh items, but we were also playing pretty strong teams. This guy got a good grass fighting overlap. This guy went pure grass. Not too bad. running sound. Looks like he was just doing mostly bulk. That actually works pretty well. This ice team would have been hard to beat too, and this guy, we beat him, but he had a pretty good team too. He didn't have the Firestone. He's just mostly going human 6. He definitely needs a Firestone. He'd make this team a whole lot better. Oh, Reggie Drago guy beat us. He had a pretty strong monster ground overlap. So unfortunately, we keep losing. We're gonna drop down so we can't queue into the higher lobbies anymore. Oh well, all it takes is one win and we get a big boost. Where elo, we'll probably gain like 20 elo if we get a first place. Considering we're the lowest in the lobby. Well, this gets lower than us. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I don't know most of these players. Not used to queuing with a lot of these guys. I think I've queued with this guy, but I can never tell with Korean names. My player 1 I played with quite a few times. Well, I know those are Korean characters. I just have to know what it says in Korean. Oh, a disconnect. But this one will be our last one of the night, so hopefully we can make a win out of it. Okay. Well, we could play grass. I do like playing grass. We got a grass portal coming our way. It is stuck with poison and steel though, which a lot of people like to play. And we get it. This one's a little more sought after. Yeah, we can get an early Orogato, I think is how it's pronounced. Main grass region, we are not. But we can take that. We got some early power on the board. We're in steel region. We do have access to the toad though. But we don't have access to, what's the other like low level grass type? Seedot is, but it's considered a dark type, not a grass type for the purposes of finding it. Is there a grass regional lower? He's Burmy. Maybe we'll just pick up the other ones. We'll stick this in for now. Do I want to go for a fast level up on grass? Or do I want to try to fully evolve this? We're getting crit stuff. There's another grass for us. So maybe we'll do a full Evo on you. Would to have liked seeing a little bit more. Is anyone else playing grass? Yeah, no, there's multiple grass players. It's a little bit obnoxious. Okay. Yeah, that's a better grass type than you. I'm gonna maybe just abandon this since there's so many grass players currently. I'll just work on doing the fast level up grass instead. We're a little bit behind because we did some rolling, but I needed some more power. This is a little bit better than they. Yeah, this guy got lucky and got an early Bulbasaur, and he also got the cat as well. We got some better items though. Bad targeting on our half. Okay. Let's grab Boon so we can get Magnet. Finish off a backline attack speed caster core. Get a Bidoof at the end maybe. Stick this here for now. And we got Scoville. We could maybe go Grass Monster if we can get Carnivine. Except I don't ever want to like think too hard about that. I haven't seen Carnivine in a while since they've changed around some of the synergies. Jeez, everyone's just getting these good start. And then we see another cat. Scoville. Gonna be more powerful than. We're not gonna evolve the cat. Let's do this for now. That's a pretty stacked up Charmeleon. And we're gonna lose to it, unfortunately. Yeah, that's great. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying. Let's stick you here and put Scoville in the corner. Five grass should give us the enough sustain in the early game here. Another of the grass players. We have Grass 5 active. We should have the sustain to be able to punch through. Yep. Okay, we've turned around our loss streak now. And we get 2 Evos, and we get the Cacturn, which I probably will definitely grab here, especially since there's no magnet here. Okay, I'm gonna drop you out now, because we're not running you anyways. I'll pick this up just so that we have some power units on the board. We got an assault vest. Could get in a dark region and get the C dot. We could get dark 3 now, is getting our grass dark synergies active. Except I don't think we're gonna hold this on the board. This might just be a temporary thing. We'll see what our unique is. Regardless, these items are gonna be good on any backline grass unique we get. If we can get one. I would love to see Carnivine though. A little bit behind in money, but that's fine. Don't need to spread out because we're playing grass, so we're gonna have the extra HP from overhealing. But I think we're gonna switch these around because I would rather this tank the Gyarados. We could get Gourmet active too because there is one more Gourmet grass. And if we get the Hydrapple again, I want to see black glasses. Yeah, we'll take Monster Grass. Highest chance of us seeing Carnivine in this portal. And then I'll just move the cat's item over onto Carnivine. We don't get Carnivine, we get Dhelmise. Which isn't a terrible unit, but it's not the best either. It is a really good tank, though. Could get a Shell Bell for it, and then like maybe make a box as its other item. We need a magnet for this for sure. Okay, tanked well enough that we could actually get through these guys. Good, good. Maintaining our win streak. Ooh, Lax though. That would give us Gourmet. And that's the magnet that we want. We can feed it berries. Actually, I like this idea a lot more. Okay, we're dropping this. We want this in now so we can give it the hat. And it's also a monster. Okay. Oh, we get the Grass Steel as well, which works well with Dhelmise. And it's another tanky frontliner. We're gonna need a good grass backliner then, though. Maybe we just go like pure bulk. Unfortunately, this guy's dark team's a little too powerful for us. have another normal in? Hey, Ditto's good. Maybe we pick up one of these two items for the Delmise. Actually, it'd be really good for the Snorlax. Let's grab this for the Snorlax. It's gonna get a ton of HP, so it's gonna get the max HP healing much better. Yeah, let's stick this on Snorlax. I want this so we can evolve the Snorlax too. Early. We could maybe get lucky and find a grass stone too, but we just got a store with items in it, so the chances of seeing that is pretty slim. We could get the other grass gourmet in too, so that he makes he gets his bonus twice as fast. This guy's doing grass with the iron thorns. Interesting. Working. You got the early gourmet in too. So it doesn't look like he has gourmet 3. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Right now we just don't have a lot of power on our uniques. If we can get this evolved. Okay, we got berries. Get you eating them. We will be able to scale pretty well if we can get this Snorlax online. Because as soon as it evolves, it turns into a monster instead of a baby, which makes it a lot more deadly. And it scales on HP for every berry it eats, and it'll get fatter and fatter with the chef's hat, because its ability, it gains 30 HP every round from eating its leftover dish that it makes. And then we could pivot into putting the hat onto somebody else if we want to fully itemize the Snorlax and make the Snorlax eat the dish that the other gourmet makes. Okay, we get early Snorlax. Great. I'm loving that. Bulbasaur. I'll hold it. We're going to want to push levels here. So we're going to want to get Snover and the Torkoal if we can. We're going to have a very clogged up front line though if we do that. Because I also want this Steel Grass in as well. We're going to get a shiny item here. Dynamax Band would be really good. So we can put that on Snorlax. We don't get that. We could grab this though. I think this scales on HP. Let me see. Zorb's damage reduction is... All the damage reduction is absorbed by the HP ball. Once under 50% HP, explodes, dealing damage absorbed. Yeah, this kind of scales on Snorlax. We can't put it on him immediately though, unfortunately. We're gonna start wanting to level now, I think. So we can get more units in. I think we might just be doing Assault Vest and some crit item for you. Hopefully we can get another Black Glasses. We'll get Snorlax to eat this berry so that we can stick this on him. And then hopefully we can find the Grass Gourmet so I can start feeding it through that means. Uh-oh. Candles are beating us. Okay, we can get this on you. We're gonna be much more deadly now. I need to get our gourmet in though. Okay, you're good too. Do we want scaling instead, maybe? That is a question. This guy got Rotom cut. And it's scaling with the Soul Dew. This might be a loss here. Yeah, it's getting way too bulky. I need some way to burst that down. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Smoke ball, maybe? Yeah, we could make smoke ball for the Dolomites, maybe. Okay, there's our gourmet. We're gonna do a little Tiverino here. Bet on you. So I can start feeding berries to this again. This and this are going on the Dolomites. I guess I don't need the gourmet in anymore because we're not getting the double eats. But I guess I could put the hat back on after I'm done eating. And we got all our item units still alive, which is good. Good. So I'm thinking about keeping this low tad because I might put sound in as a way of scaling, considering how tanky we are. We'll get the Grookey in at the end. Oh, you're not putting it on that. I need you to put it on the Snorlax. Okay, you need to come in the corner then. Or we... Yeah, you need to come in the corner here. Take you here. Protect you a little bit. We got scalability at least, because our Snorlax is just going to slowly get bigger and bigger over time. And that big blow up's going to do a lot of damage. What do you mean, like, rank up? You used to be able to rank up in Classic, but they got rid of that because everyone was queuing in Classic instead of in rank. Oh, you mean like level? Like, level your account. Is that what you mean? Yeah. I think they're trying to encourage people to play ranked. Because we used to have problems with getting enough people in the rank queue. They're trying to encourage people to get into rank as much as possible. Honestly, if you play in rank, it's not a big deal. Even if you take an elo dip, it's not the worst thing. You're learning while you're playing, and you get to play against people who are actually like trying to be competitive, so you can learn to play better strategies. I just jumped as soon as they made it so that you had to play in ranked. I just went into ranked to get elo. faster stuff, eh? I guess we could maybe put that on Delmai so he could pull early. Take this grass steel portal. There is a chance I could get Kartana from this. I don't have the best items for Kartana, but I could put the Boreto's items on it. And we do get it. Either that or we get the super tank. But we don't have a like amazing backliner, and I think this is going to be better overall. We're just going to have a lot of front line. We don't have amazing items for it, but maybe we put this on. No, we can keep the attack speed. Let's do this. Pushing. I think I just want to hard push up to 8 so we can get our grass in. Aqua Egg has to go on somebody. We can maybe put that on Grookey though. To help with casting quicker. Okay. Snorlax is still alive. We good, we good. We got Grass Steel in, which is a rare thing to see. We still have the Toad. We got our other Grass Steel here. Thinking about dropping out Scoville now. Though we could just drop this and put the hat on you. I think Trico's not staying in. Bad explosion. Come on, Snorlax. Eat up a couple of their units, please. Thank you. Fortunately, I think it's gonna die here to his legendary because it does true damage. And I'm now standing on a shield spike. Okay, we're still in top 4. Where's the other monster? Don't think I can put all that in though. Yeah, this is gonna be my last match of the night anyways, so we're almost done. Looks like this is gonna be a top 4. I don't see me beating the top player. But I hope you have a good night. Glad he could come hang out. Okay, I'm not getting all of these eaten, so let's do this. And I think I'll stick these on you for now, just so that we have it, because I think I'm going to switch that out for the Torkoal instead. I'm going to get Grookey in. It's got a solo Galo. At least it's going to be next to the Snorlax when the Snorlax blows up. But we got a revive to eat through. Come on, Snorlax. Don't have quite enough power at the moment. we need a level. Hopefully we can live this one round. This is probably not getting fully evolved. We can live this one round. We got birds for a round. And we were able to burst down the Rotom Cut there. Please survive this round at least. Okay, we got 1 HP. It's gonna be tough, but should have maybe considered building a scope. I think I already built the items though. Scope lens on the Kartana would have been good because then we could have stuck it in the back. But at least we can hit 9 and roll for the Grookey. Move these items on it, stick you back in for Monster for Snorlax. Maybe hit Evos on these two, and this one as well. It's asking a lot. We got a pretty big Snorlax. Put that in on the last item on Snorlax, it'd make it a lot more bulky, but then we can't feed it anymore. I think that's a smart plan though. This goes here, here, boom, 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 boom. Put this in for now while we look for Grookey. No Grookey for us. Okay. Can we survive this round? We're playing a ghost. Please. And we beat you. You get knocked out by somebody else. We're in the top 4 at least, so we won't lose Elo this round. I could throw you in to get Monster. Or, which will be a little bit better for scalability on our Snorlax at least. Since it is kind of the thing carrying our team at the moment. I need the Snorlax to be next to the Verizon. Hey, Kartana's actually doing a pretty good job ripping through things. Maybe good. This round we beat the guy that was in first place, but this solo Galo guy is actually doing really good now. We were pretty close to beating him. It might be worth holding this since we're gonna keep Gaspakid. Don't think this is coming back in. We can pull this out. Put this on the Lotad in the back. Okay, this could go here. I would rather this get the healing. Having this next to the Snorlax is pretty good too. Lets it stay topped off for a lot longer. We're pretty much just relying on the Snorlax to carry us. But it's got good items to do so. Jeez, this guy has a good thing, and he got the shiny orb as his special item. Yeah, I think we get eliminated here. Ooh, we get the explosion off. Yeah, but they got the double revive. I cast. Just not enough damage. Well, we get fourth. I'll take it. Not the best games tonight, but this will give us a little bit of elo. At least it'll get us a little closer to getting back to 1100. Pretty rough. This guy got stacked team. He's definitely gonna win the match. Yeah, he beat this guy last time. I don't see this guy getting an item off of this or finishing off anything that can really... He's playing Floral. Yeah, he's not gonna have the burst to be able to deal with that guy's team. Stacking 5 Psychic for Solo Galo with Soldu and Shelvell, really good items for it. And also getting Safety Goggles so he can't get locked down by crowd control. Pretty smart set of items for it. And then Shiny Stone on a Bruiser. I guess he just picked that because it was the best Bruiser to have. And he got really lucky with the Shiny Stone. Yeah, crazy. This guy has a bit of a weird composition with Iron Thorns, but he's partnering it with the Glamora. Kind of weird, though, because he's trying to go grass, and he has my Grookey. That's unfortunate. Too many people playing grass. This guy was also playing grass. He got the Rotom Cut, which is pretty cool. I've always wanted to play Rotom Cut. Except he didn't go pure grass with it. He went light with it. He went a Chansey in the end, too. He's doing gourmet stuff. Very interesting little composition this guy had. I'm glad we made it in the top 4, though. This guy had a pretty strong dark team as well, and this guy was beating us early. He had a pretty good rock team. Neolago with caster melee crit, not bad. Didn't get the full... He could have. He had the items. He had Sticky Barb and the Assault Vest. He could have made the yeah, I think this was an itemization fail. He must have put this on early on the Spiritomb. Disintegrate's probably not what he was wanting to see. But it did get his monster, his dragon active. And he got the rock Avaglug. That's pretty interesting. This guy also doing dark with the dragons. This guy got the baby dragon, though, and the Guzzlord. So he was definitely doing a lot better. This guy just trying to play some water dragons from the looks of it and didn't get his Gyarados. Unfortunate. So yeah, all things considered, I'm glad I got in the top 4. Everyone was playing really strong compositions. We got our Snorlax online. Too bad I couldn't turn it into a grass type. That would have been really cool. But we got the Absorb Bulb, which was really nice. It allowed our Snorlax to blow things up around it. Unfortunately, sometimes its positioning wasn't very good, so the explosion wouldn't happen. It would have been nice to get a Pokédoll for it so that we could guarantee that things would wrap around it and then maybe position it in a way that it would. I could have maybe done that this match where I pulled everything back and let Snorlax sit by itself in the front, which might have been better. Or just put it off to the side and kind of grouped up everything else in the corner. That might have been a better decision. Just to guarantee that we get the explosion bulb off on at least 4 targets. Potentially. If we could get all the melee to wrap around it. The bigger problem was that we just didn't have the right items for our Kartana. But the only alternative was that we stuck these on it. Would have been nice if I could have made the scope lens for it instead, and then I could have maybe put scope lens upgrade and Deep Sea Tooth on it instead. But whatever. We did the best we could. That'll be it for tonight. We dropped down quite a bit tonight, unfortunately, because we got some bad placements, but at least we ended on a top 4. We'll work our way back up. Just having some trouble playing some pretty strong opponents the last couple days. Seems like everyone's getting a lot better at this game. But anyways, watch the end. Thank you. Have a great day.